Hi everyone, it's Judy. Welcome back to Rose Lane. I know you're going to be seeing these videos after the fact. You can tell by my voice I'm still getting over the COVID bit, but I am back home. My husband did get sick, so he's still a few days behind me. I'm actually better, just from the coughing. I kind of always lose my voice, so it'll come and go, I think, while we're doing this. So this was going to be the purple tag panel for the Foxglove Forest, and you could see I'm getting there. I've made the other panels, which you'll see when I do the flip through, which you'll have seen before you see this video, if that makes sense. But anyway, so it's coming along. I have a little bit more to do after this one, and then the flip through will be done. You will actually see it in about a couple of days from when I'm doing this video, but you won't see this video until later in September, with a couple of others for the process of how things were done for some of this. So anyway, I did not take these papers. I wanted purple. Don't ask me why. But I did not take these papers from the Foxglove Forest set of papers, but I did take them from the Collage Type and Tatty Treasures collections. Not sure where the beige one came from, which is this, which you're not seeing very much of here. Can't think of which kit I got that from. This one came out of, and I love this name, Summertime with William. And the reason why I love that name is because my son's name is William, and that just creates all kinds of images for me. So, so it's a William Morris paper, but it will, you know, I wanted to at least keep the papers from Nanine and Tania, and not use any other artist's papers in this, though I did want purple. So that explains that. So I came up with this issue that I didn't know what I wanted to do for this tag, page. And I was laying in bed last night, it was really bugging me, and an idea came into my head because, you know, and of course I had to wake up and turn on the light. So here I am. So this is the tag we're going to be working on. This paper is a plain sort of beige. I stenciled this kind of periwinkle lavender color on it and stamped in some lavender color a little bit on it, just to bring the purples into that side. So I'm going to put this to the side right now, and I'm going to show you what I came up with. So I woke up in the middle of the night and I opened up my notebook and I pulled out this paper and I started doing what I thought I would do. So this is essentially the process of the paper. So it's 8.5 by 11, okay? And I folded up just an edge here. And I didn't measure this here, so these may not be absolutely perfect. I'm sure they're not. And I folded up the edge here. Then I folded that in half. Okay, so there's the one flap here and a flap here. Okay, they're going to get glued down to give the pocket a little extra stability. Then what I did, this is going to be the pocket part, so I turned it back around, so this is here. I folded one flap up part way, a little more than half, if you can see that. Let me, okay, here, I think that'll work. You can see a little bit more than half, okay, of this here, okay? You flip it over and you do the same there, okay? So there's a little bit less space here and a little bit more space where the pocket is, if that's making sense, okay? I think maybe you can see that, right? And then it's going to be folded in half, okay? There's only going to be, there's absolutely, I don't believe, any gluing on this pocket at all. Because what I want to do with this is I want to, this is very brave of me, I'm going to cut a slit in here. And this is going to go through the slit, okay? So one of these pockets will be on this side and one will be on this side, okay? So the beige pocket, which is this paper, will be on this side, and the purple pocket will be on the beige side, okay? Now that being said, I tried it with the pattern and realized on my printer I had to switch it a little bit. You can see I had beige here and then purple and then purple and then beige. So I was like, no, it needs to be this. So I did it on here. And what I did was after I folded this up like this, I marked with the pencil where I needed the colors to be, okay? So when you opened it up, you would have literally this on one side, this on the other side, okay? I think that was right. Yes, purple with the purple side, beige with the beige side. And originally I had it flipped and that didn't work for me. So I had to go back and move them over. And I just kind of eyeballed it according to what my little printout showed me, okay? Now the purpose for this is you're not going to glue it. When you put the pockets in, they'll be like this, okay, through the slat. They're not going to get glued in. They're just going to stay in the slat. I want to make a faux paper clip lace edge that is going to go along here so it looks like I trimmed the pockets in lace, and that's going to hold that shut, okay? But if you take off the lace paper clip, which we're going to try to make today, and then you slide it, and I'll just pretend this is the slit, okay, and it's in the tag, and we're going to do 2 of them. You're going to slide that out so it will come out and off the tag. And when you open it, inside is room for journaling. So it's a hidden journaling spot. Okay, nobody knows it's there necessarily. You close it back up, you slide it back into the slit, you put your little paper clip back on here, you have a pocket here for a tag, you flip it over, you have a pocket here for a tag, and you can journal behind it if you want. On the other side, the pocket will open the other way. So you have a pocket here for a tag, pocket here for a tag, and then you have the back of the tag. So we'll do a little decorating on them as well. I don't know if we're going to get to that. Mostly I just wanted to kind of show you the construction of it. Now I used a heavier paper, and because I did, I wanted to do the printing on the paper. So like I said, I just kind of eyeballed it from where I said I thought I'd need the color, okay? So here's where it folded. So that was about where I thought, okay? And here's where it folded. So it's like that. Then on this side, I just needed the color in the middle here, which is about what I've got here. Now when you fold this and you open it up for the inside, you could see there's a little edge of color. I'm not concerned about that, really not. So that's sort of what we're going to do. So let me go ahead and show you what I did, because this was a little too wide. When it prints like this for me. I don't have borderless. So what I did, and I needed to trim it a little bit more in from the edge of the color. So I trimmed the edge of the paper, which is how I did this one, okay? I trimmed off the border of the paper, and then realized I wanted to make it just a little narrower than that. So somewhere on here I marked that I wanted it to be about that much less, which was about 3/8 of an inch. So I marked it here, 3/8 of an inch from each side. You have to, because you have a center line. And then I trimmed it to this, okay? So that's what I have here. So this essentially now, let me find my ruler, here it is, oh goodness, this is 10 and not quite 3/4. It's like one line before 3/4. And 7 and, I'm trying to think, 7 5/16 technically. It's one line after 7 1/4. So that's that. My nose still is a little itchy, so sorry. Every now and then I have to give a little wipe, but anyhow, so we're gonna fold this up. And we're just gonna do one, I think, for the sake of trying to keep this little easier. So this is where I folded this up. It's about 3/4 of an inch, I think. It's really, yeah, it's probably more than I need, especially on this, but we're gonna go for that anyway. And I prefer, move my prototypes over this way. I prefer to measure because I'm really not good at eyeballing things. So I'm just gonna put that mark right here, okay, for 3/4 of an inch. And I'm gonna come over here. And if I feel that this is too bulky and too thick, I can glue that down actually, and I probably will. So I may trim that just, you know, from here and make it just a little shorter. I did pre-ink the edges just a little bit, not a whole bunch. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna come here and I'm going to make a mark where I want to fold it. I'm just going to hold my ruler on that mark so that I can get a place where I want it to be. And I'm not good at this either. So trying to get this to go straight is another thing that is not one of my specialties. So, okay. And like I said, I just do it because I want it the same on both sides. So, go. Just put a little crease on that mark for me. Okay, let's see if I can get this to go straight-ish. I'm hoping that's pretty even. It looks even. And like I said, I may trim it a little more, and then I'm going to glue that flap down just so that it doesn't get in the way. So we're going to turn it over this way. Is that right? I think it's right. Yes. We're going to turn it over this way, and we're going to line it up to the other edge. Okay. So you do your flaps first, okay, and then you fold it. You fold the flaps this way, but then you fold it this way in half. Turn it back around to you. And this I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to kind of go where I think I want to go with it, which is probably about there. And it makes it easy for me here because I'm lining it up. Now, if you do this on a plain piece of paper, and then you can cut your panels, or just do it on a solid color piece of paper and then decorate, or just, you know, coffee or tea stained or whatever, and then just decorate, you can do that too. The purpose of it for me was because of the way the tag was, okay? And this is quite, you know, thick. So I'm hoping it's gonna take the slit. That's gonna be kind of the next thing we do. All right, and then I'm just gonna go here, and I'm gonna try to line up these bottoms so that they go together. Hopefully that doesn't look too bad. Okay, so there we have that. And I'm just going to take this and I'm going to score here down the center, if I can get my purple line in view here a little more. Okay, bring that back just a hair, I think. Yeah, okay. All right, and then this is just gonna fold here. Try to line these up. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And then let's give this a good press. Okay, I am hoping this works, or I'll be redoing this tag, I'll tell you that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I have a small cutting board here, I have to mark, oh, you know what? I have to fold it the other way. Yes, I do. I have to fold it this way because the beige pockets have to go on this side. Okay, so the beige pockets will be here, like so. Purple pockets on the back, like so. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to decide, and I wanted to make them narrower because I wanted to give myself a good piece back here, okay? I'm going to bring them closer to the front, okay? Or closer to the opening side, let's say, where I want the slit, because I want to give, like I said, I want to give myself as much support back here as possible. And we're going to mark here. I'm just going to put a dot. And yeah, I have room. So this one, I'm going to, whoops, try to make them straight. I'm just going to put a dot here and a dot up here. And I think what I'm going to have to do, this is my beginning and end line, and this is my lining it up line. And let me get rid of this little dot that I put in here. And then I'm going to, yeah, that's good. Okay, so let me see what this one is. Okay. And I'm going to come over here and make another line right there, because I'm certainly not going to slit all the way up, okay? So this one ends here. I want a decent amount of space there as well. And my line is there, my little dot, where I want it to make the beginning and end, or make the slit, I should say. And these are my beginnings and ends, I hope. All right, now I know that's kind of hard to see, but that's going to start and end here, and it's going to start and end here. And these are my lines that I'm going to draw between these two dots, and that's where I'm going to cut. Now, let's hope this works. So I'm going to line up this dot here with, or this little slash, that one there, and that looks pretty even to me, I would say. And between that little dot and I'm trying to see it, and this little dot, that's my printer in the background, putting in its 2 cents. Don't ask me why. And from this dot to this dot. Okay, and you might be able to see that a little better. And then it thinks it's out of paper. Wasn't even printing. Okay, that looks pretty good. And that looks pretty good. Now, I may have to go and get my, I did clean up my desk and then immediately made a mess again. So I may have to go a little past those dots, okay? So what I'm gonna do, hoping you can see the line, I'm gonna go just a little to the outside of that line. I'm sorry if my head gets in here. I'm gonna try to bring this up and go probably just a hair past that dot. This is a pretty thick card, so I want to make sure, yeah, it feels like I'm through that one, okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing here. Again, sorry for my head if it's in there. And go just a smidge past that dot, because it's the end of the pocket, but because of the bulk of the paper, I will probably need just a little bit more room. Okay, so I've done that. Now I'm going to move it over just this hair. Okay, and get it on that line. Okay, I'm going to get it right on the original line that I drew. Okay, and then again, try and make sure I can see my dots. So here's one. The glare is getting me. There's one and there's one. Here's one. And I think this is the other one. Yes, okay. So I want to make sure that I can see where I'm supposed to start and end. So I'm going to put that right back here on the line. Have an itch. Let's get this and put that in. Go to that dot. Now what this should do, and I'm probably going to have to go back in and just with the tip of the blade on either end of these cutouts to get the ends cut. Okay, it feels like it went through there. Okay. So I have, if I can do it, see these little things here. So what I need to do here now is just kind of cut that out. Okay. Okay. There's that one. Hopefully I went through both ends, you know, went to the end of each line completely, and it looks like I did. All right, now I'm just going to take an eraser and I'm going to try to clean up whatever line marks might be left, because you don't want to see that. Okay, so there it is on the one side and there it is on the other. Now let's hope for the best, guys. So we have to try to put these through this hole like so. So there you have it. Okay, let me cover this so I don't hurt myself. That over there. So that's what that's going to look like. Okay, one there, and then that flips, and then on this side it flips this way. Okay, make sure I can see. Something I have to do is kind of recrease it for the thickness of the card. Okay, it's kind of doing that for me. All right, so that's what we have now. That being said, I think when we put the paper clip on, we should be able to do that. So let me, I'm trying to find something that is a decent weight. I think that's too thin. All right, I'm gonna go with this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut two pieces, okay, which I can get out of this one piece. Let's say about that wide. Now the paper clips, had them out. So what happens when you try to clean up? Paper clips I'm gonna use are tiny little clips. I don't know if you can see these, how easy it is to see these, okay? That's all I'm gonna use. So I do need it to be as deep as that, okay? As deep as that. All right? So we're gonna go, let's say from here, and put that over this way. Oops. Help if I put it on right side up. Oh, and let me just say, I broke down. Put out the new mat. No more tape. And took out the other bottle. So I've come this far. Haven't gotten rid of the sweater yet, but come this far anyway. All right, let's see how we're doing here. We're good. Okay. All right. So we're saying, okay, we'll go here for the sake of easier measurement. All right. Okay, so we're going to go here, which is 5/8 plus 1, because I don't know what they are. 5/8 plus 1. Okay, so I'm going to cut there. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Let me push you over there. It's there, right? I think that's where it was. Okay, I want to score this first before I cut it, because I have a harder time scoring it after I cut it, you know, cut a narrow strip. I think I have glue on here. Of course I do. Okay, I'm going to go over here and get my knife, and we'll just trim. Well, of course it would help if I had it marked on this side, so why don't we do that? Okay, all right. So that should be right there. Okay, spin this around. And we will cut that here. Now, I definitely don't need this big of a piece of paper, you know, for what I'm doing here, for the little edges, the lace paper clippy things that I want to do. Okay. All right, let me put that back up in here. All right. So that one's going to go here. Okay. Like so. And let's just see. Yeah, I'm going to need it there. So it's going to get 2 paper clips. And I'm just going to cut one for now. Excuse me. Just in case I don't fold the other pocket, like, you know, exactly the same. When I get to that one, which I'm going to try to do. Okay, there we go. Just put that over there. Okay. Now I'm going to take 2 paper clips. I think I'm going to do the bronze ones, and the reason why is because I'm going to be doing a heavier, or kind of a, hopefully a beigey kind of lace. So I want to put them pretty close to the edges, but not right at the edges, like so. Okay. Hopefully we won't have a problem getting this on. And let's see, I need lace. Not like that's any kind of a problem for me. Well, what's this one? I don't know. I don't know if this will be wide enough. Let's see here. It's just a smidge, not, if it would just hang off the ends. So I need something just a little wider than that if I can. Let me see. I mean, it's not a big deal, but let me just see if I can find something a little wider. So I was in this one, wasn't I? All right, let me see. Let me see, let me see, let me see. I need 4 pieces. That would work. Okay. I think we'll use this one. Okay, let me put this back down in here. All right. Just snap that back on there. All right, this one that doesn't want to snap. There we go. All right, put that there. All right, so let me put that over here. And we're going to go ahead and hopefully this is going to work. Okay. We'll see. Oops. Don't want to do that. Okay. Oh, I flipped it over. Stop that. Stop it. Okay. All right, so that goes this way. So this goes this way. Okay. So we're going to go ahead. I'm wondering if that was the smarter choice, huh? I'm wondering if the silver wouldn't have been the better choice. Well, it's not now. Maybe I'll do that on the other one. Get this glue off of here. Okay. Whoops. Knocking it down. Okay, let's go ahead and trim this edge. And trim this edge. Okay, and okay. Here we go. All right. Unroll that and put that there. Actually, let me try to line up the edges a little bit. Well, that wasn't exactly what I had hoped, but okay. Okay. Pull out this extra glue from between the holes with this. Okay. All right, let's trim here. And we will trim there. Okay. And let's keep our fingers crossed that this will, I might have, whoops, it goes this way. I was hoping, yeah, I hit it with a little glue over here. It's like, whoops. All right. So probably best to start from in the middle. I will admit it won't be the easiest thing to put on. And I'm not purposely not gluing down the ends, you know, to glue it closed because I wanted it to fit. So that's what we have, like that. And then, of course, there won't be a card quite this big in here. But the cards will go in there like that. We'll do a little decorating. I have a little, I don't know that that's going to go on there anywhere, but it may go on a card, actually. But, you know, put some labels, butterflies, something like that on there, smaller version of this. I have, let's see, things that aren't ready to be made into cards yet, but what do I have in here? I can make a smaller card out of these, so that could work in there like that. So something like that. And maybe a few other little bits and pieces can be put into the pocket to kind of fill them up. But we're not going to go there today. I'm wondering if I should do the other one with that. So, okay. So that's the one side. Now we need to make a paper clip for this side, and then we would have to do the other one as well. Let's see where we are on time. All right, we'll do another paper clip if I can find. I will need this again, won't I? Okay. I'm going to go to the other side here. Okay. And mark where we want to cut this one down. Alrighty. And that's not even long enough for another one. Okay. So I'm just going to grab this and just put it on my lap here. And do this. Okay. Didn't want to cut all the way through because of how I did it. So let me grab my scissors. Okay, I'm going to save that piece for, I don't think it's long enough. No, I'm going to save that for the width for another piece. And I will go ahead and use the silver ones on this side. How about that? All right, let me find a silver. Here we go. That's silver. So we're going to go right about there. So we're going to pull that off. Put our glue down. And I must say, I changed this bottle. And even though I did fill the glue, you know, because why not? I transferred what was left from the old bottle into this one, so I just, you know, topped it off. I am really not having any trouble with it. So I'm thinking that, try to get that to the edge here. I'm thinking that the hole in the bottle really did affect being able to get the glue out of the bottle, you know, reasonably. Push this down a little more and pull this up a little more. There we go. Okay, a little more. Yep. Okay. You can really see that paper clip, so I'm going to try to push some lace over it and reposition it somehow if I can here. There we go. Try to get that covered. All right, let's trim this side. And that side's okay. And let's go on over here. So yeah, I really do have to say there is a difference. So far it's been easier, and since I haven't had to really glue, you know, a big thing, and that's usually where I have most of my trouble, because my hand doesn't want to keep squeezing that long. And so that is usually where I have my biggest problem, that I begin to have trouble trying to squeeze the bottle to finish you know, gluing like a large tag like that or something, or a big piece of paper or something like that. Makes it harder for me to to do that. So I'm just going to try. I'm trying to trying to hide this one paper clip. Is I did not put it in the most prime place. I'm seeing too much shine on these. So I'm trying to move the lace around a little bit so you don't see those paper clips so much. Maybe a different lace would have been a better choice. One with less holes in it. Okay, let's put that over there. Let me put this knife away again before I hurt myself. Sometimes just trying to get the cover on it can hurt me. Okay, and that's that one. So that one goes on this side, like so. I'll go from the bottom. I got to get everything in. Both edges of the paper. Okay, and then that just fits right on there like that. And so we have that. So obviously you have to take the paper clips off, these edges off, to get the pocket out. But once you're done, be another one down here, and this, you know, is pretty sturdy, so that's holding it up pretty well. But all you have to do is, and you can actually only take, well, you'd have to take both of them off anyway, but you take a paper clip off, you slide it back out, take the other paper clip off if you haven't glued it to the paper, and then all you have to do now is open this up, and you have all this room for writing. Secret writing place inside the pockets. If you don't glue this down, you can also write in here. So got a spot right underneath the pockets if you don't glue it down. So you can journal in here on that side. You can journal in here on this side. And then you can journal in there, the middle. So lots of places where you can do your journaling. So that's it. I'm going to stop here with this for now. Try to put that down there, it won't stay. Here, there we go. That'll help it. So that's our last tag that we're going to be doing for the Foxglove Forest Tag Folio journal thing. So like I said, the flip through from today, which is I think it's 28th. I think it's the 28th of August, which is a Monday. Will be up on August 30th, which is Wednesday. But when you see this, they'll be later in September. So you'll see it done first, and then you'll be seeing the video for the how-tos. So we'll get that finished and out of the way. So that's it. So, okay, guys, that's it for tonight. I hope you are all doing well and feeling well, and I just love you all, and thank you all for coming along with me and being with me while I do all of this crafting, and I appreciate it so much. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your hitting that like button, and I appreciate all that you guys do for me. So in the meantime, be safe and be happy and be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.